This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Luca Cairns-Celebre, and the Raptors are looking to avoid a 3-game losing streak tonight in the Bay as they take on the Warriors. Now, it's hard to get a read on the Raps these days because they've been so banged up, and that's definitely the case for tonight, as they will once again be without a ton of key guys. Jakob Poeltl will miss his 15th straight game with that back injury. RJ Barrett will miss his 6th straight with the ankle, and they'll also be without Colin Murray-Boyles and Jacoby Walter. Now, the CMB injury is huge, as he's been the one logging so many minutes at the 5 with Yak out, and has looked great defensively in the process. But injuries are also a major talking point on the other side, as we got some huge news this morning as Jimmy Butler tore his ACL and he is out for the season. It sucks. I just want to see Steph go on one more playoff run, but anyone they've kind of brought in to work alongside him, it's just ended in heartbreak. And an injury like that kind of puts their season in flux, because it's hard to see them being buyers at the deadline with no Butler for a playoff run. But what about the Raps? What are they going to do at the deadline? Well, given the injury to Poeltl and the lack of size on the roster, it makes sense for them to make a splash, especially for a big. And according to all the rumors, they're pretty much attached to every big name available. But how realistic is any of that? Here's our own Josh Lewenberg on how he thinks Bobby Webster will approach his first trade deadline in charge.
This is his first trade deadline at the helmet, and so far he's approaching it a lot like Masai Ujiri used to, making a lot of calls, doing his due diligence on just about every star that could become available. So let's put it like this. If the Raptors don't make a big move, it's not going to be for a lack of effort or interest on their part. It's going to be because their hands are tied by some of these expensive contracts that they've handed out over the last few years.
Now, Josh also added if they do make a move, they'll likely be moving out a combo of Emmanuel Quickley, Jakob Poeltl, or RJ Barrett. But looking at those contracts, is anyone really going to want to take on Quickley or Poeltl making that kind of money for multiple years? And with the Raps reluctant to include any picks in these deals, it's hard to see something getting done. It's so tough because this season has been such a fun one, so to go all in and move some of those key pieces too also just tugs at the heartstrings a little bit. But this is what good teams do. This is how you need to compete and progress and move into the next stage of being a better team. If you're the kind of hockey fan that appreciates the rough stuff, we hope you tuned into Sharks-Panthers Monday night. Not only did the game have 8 roughing penalties, but we also got a goalie fight.
Down the ice, and Bobrovsky's got the gloves off, and he's going after Nedeljkovic. We've got a goalie fight. It's Nedeljkovic and Bobrovsky. Oh, Bobrovsky doesn't take his... Wow. And Nedeljkovic ends up taking down Bobrovsky with the tackle. I'm not sure a whole lot of punches landed, but you don't see that every day.
Now, one of the best parts about that video has to be Macklin Celebrini in the Sharks bench going absolutely nuts with excitement. Following the game, Alex Nedeljkovic discussed the fight and revealed he hopes to have made one teammate in particular proud.
I don't know why I felt the need to turn around, but it was a little bit of like an oh crap moment. Sorry.
It's all right, you're loud.
And it just fight or flight kind of kicked in. I tried to watch Revo as best I could. I hope I made him a little bit proud out there.
Meanwhile, Sharks defenseman Vincent Desharnais doesn't think Ned needs anything from Revo.
It was a great fight. I don't think Revo needs to teach him anything. Maybe he can teach a thing or two to Revo. Oh, that was awesome. I've never had a goalie defend me like that. I loved it. He stepped up for me. That was awesome.
Now, despite him being impressed with Ned's form, it was his first official fight. Saying that though, he came very close to another one last year.
And here comes Talbot, the length of the ice. Watch out! Watch out!
Well, I think we're going to get a goalie tilt here. The referees are holding it back, but Talbot is a guy that does have a career fight.
And if it wasn't for some zebra interference, he would have likely dropped the catcher and blocker with Cam Talbot. You heard them say it at the end of the clip, but that would have been Talbot's second career fight. In fact, the last official goalie fight came during the Battle of Alberta, when Talbot went toe-to-toe with Mike Smith. Now, I hope you're paying attention, because to recap, Smith fights Talbot, Talbot tries to fight Nedeljkovic, Ned fights Bob. So all I'm saying, if patterns mean anything at all, we've got another Bob fight coming soon, but the question remains, Bob versus who? They're so electric. They're so electric. Give me Bob versus Vasilevsky, because Tampa and Florida have been out of control every time they play against each other, so it feels like that's the natural boiling point next, is a goalie fight in that game. Time now for my favorite segment and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
The text on screen in this video might even be underselling it, because there's no might be. This is the greatest flag football catch of all time.
Bryson!
That might be the greatest football catch of all time. Get flag out of there. Who is doing that in the NFL, the CFL, college, high school, anywhere? It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. Time to hit you with some anytime goal scorer action on FanDuel. And not to toot our own horn here, but we're batting 1,000 coming into anytime goal scorer picks in 2026. Thanks to Leon Draisaitl, we're 2 for 2. And today we've got a real strength versus weakness matchup we'd love to exploit. And that's in the Lightning Sharks game. Tampa scores the 2nd most goals in the NHL, while the Sharks allow the 3rd most. So right away, we think Tampa can light them up tonight, especially because of the way that Tampa's been scorching of late. In the last month alone, they've been unbeaten in regulation, going 12-0-1 and scoring 4.5 goals per game. That's a crazy high number for that many games. And someone who's done a lot of that scoring this month has been Brandon Hagel. There's 5 goals and 4 assists in 8 games in January. So we're smashing him to score tonight on FanDuel, and we're getting that at plus 130. Oh yeah, it's one of the most dangerous versions of them I've ever seen, because they're also doing this with so many injuries and Braden Point not playing well, and they're just rolling right now. I would not want to play them, especially on the back-to-back for the Sharks. Are you kidding me? That's all for today. I'll see you right back here tomorrow at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Have a great day.